for sure. And you just made a point that I was in one point, but it clicked more the way you said that. Because me, when I look back at some of my old stuff, I was probably I was more like angry and depressed, and kind of and I've got better over time. But I'm but I don't, like, it made me click. And it clicked something in my head. I'm like, yo, if I ever start going through hard times after this, I can look back at these times and see the smile on my face and be like, yo, know how it felt to feel good, and kind of be like, oh shit, I never actually looked at it that way. I always looked at it as like, okay, I had these things in the past, and I was more depressed, and I'm better now. But I could actually look back at these times where I am good if something else happens later on in the future. You know?
Sure, and you recognize that and you benefit from that. And I think that's the best form of therapy. Like,
Yeah.
it's so cliche to say, but art is therapy for me, because I don't know where I would be without being able to address and express the way that I feel. And even better to that, it's exactly like if I think about how a therapist works in the traditional sense, you come to my office, you sit down. I've been educated on all the potential things that could be wrong with an individual, and I try to find the solution for that, right? And one of them is just purging. So you come to a therapist and they say, tell me about yourself, tell me about your experience, tell me what you think is wrong. But then when I think about art, even as an artist, as the spoken word, that's exactly what I'm doing. But then I have people that I express my emotions, they hear my song, they're feeling the same way. So that's the highest form of catharsism, because I'm a therapist in a sense, because I'm a bad therapist, because I'm telling them all the bad things that are happening to me, but I'm
Yeah.
telling them, and they're understanding it as people feel the same way. Even if you're in Germany, you feel the same way as me right here,
Yeah.
which is extremely, that's the ultimate form of synergy. And that's therapy, I feel. It's therapy for me because I'm getting it off my chest. And it's therapy for the person who hears it somewhere else because they probably feel the same way but don't know how to express it. And that's what a therapist is for. A therapist is for essentially putting words behind how you might feel but don't understand how to qualify that. And I feel like that's a very unique trait. Like, I think about a guy like Lotus, extremely, extremely versed in the ability to make something so universal, right? Like feelings we all have. So difficult to understand how to control, but he so simply lays it out in a way that you understand it, you digest it, and you say, huh, it's so ironic, it's so clever, it's so clear. That is the therapy in the whole thing, is working through the problem and making it relatable to everybody else that might hear it.